Hello all gym and martial arts fans around the world. I am Keisha, and the story we will hear today of Denise Rutkowski is not a happy one. Our muscular beauty, Denise Rutkowski, used to be a great female bodybuilder from the 1990s, but a pity happened to her life. Not anything else, but the abuse of steroids destroyed her life. Denise Rutkowski was born in 1962 in Reading, Pennsylvania, US. She used to be really famous and popular in the 1990s. Her nickname is Golden Panther. At that time, while she was competing, she was 5 feet 5 inches, which is equivalent to 165 centimeters. Her competition weight was between 140 and 155 pounds on stage, approximately 64 to 70 kilograms. Denise started bodybuilding at an early age, but only when she won the 1988 NPC South Texas did she dream of becoming a professional bodybuilder. Then, in 1989, she arrived in San Diego, California, and lived at Mission Beach while training at Gold's Gym Pacific Beach. In the next 3 years, she attended 4 more competitions, in which she all got first place in the division of heavyweight. In the following years, she moved to Venice, California to train at Gold's Gym. She also had an interest in improving the quality of life for underprivileged children in the neighborhood. She spent time traveling with youth from Venice, California to WWF shows, Disneyland, and sporting events. Still, her professional bodybuilding career was brief and ended shortly after finishing second in the Miss Olympia contest in 1993. Her sudden retirement shocked the sport, as she was seen as an easy contender for Miss Olympia in 1994. After her retirement, she went back home to Fort Worth, Texas, and she entered Calvary Cathedral International Bible College for 2 years. By 1996, Denise was going around the country, spreading the word of God at various religious revivals. In 2001, Denise started training again and returned to a better physical condition. Denise was really interested in bodybuilding. She showed no fear at all of getting bulky, and thus she took in a large number of steroids to make her muscles bigger. At first, everything was okay, and not many men at that time were not able to achieve her physique. But soon, she changed a lot with less femininity. Although in 2001, she began to train again under the abuse of steroids. She was reported to have bipolar disorder, and she was next seen in public for evading arrest in 2012. The reason is still not clear, but sadly, the reality is that Denise lost the plot. Years of steroid and drug abuse did reflect very badly on her, and yes, she does now look more like a man. And yes, Denise, unfortunately, had a very bad downward. I know it's sad to hear a story like this. However, this is the reality of bodybuilding. Going from the top of the mountain to being a drug addict, and it is very common in bodybuilding. No matter if you are male or female, drug addiction is a very real aspect of bodybuilding. Denise Rutkowski is now still alive, and she is living in the US. There were so many life events happening in her life that access to social networks is now almost unavailable to this woman, which really makes her fans regret even more. However, she hasn't taken up bodybuilding again. Let's hope that she will have a better life in the future. Denise Rutkowski fans, and especially herself, may not like to hear about this story again, but it's true. In fact, in the history of bodybuilding, many bodybuilders have had a very tragic end due to steroid abuse. I hope her story will serve as a lesson and a warning to everyone. Thank you for your attention to this video. And now, goodbye and see you in the following videos.